So recently, some researchers out of the University of North Carolina wanted to know if any rural hospitals were at risk of closure if these cuts that Congress is talking about go through. So they looked at rural hospitals that had the highest share of Medicaid covered patients and were in the red in recent years. It turns out that we have 35 rural hospitals here in Kentucky who are most at risk of closing their doors. Even though Kentucky only has 1.3% of America's population, we have 10% of the total number of rural hospitals most at risk of closure. If you want to know if your hospital is one of those most at risk of closure, here's the list. Kentucky already has some of the longest commute times to a nearby hospital, and if these start closing, it's only going to get a lot worse. Research shows that longer commute times to a hospital result in more expensive care, the higher likelihood for needing surgery, and longer inpatient hospital stays. Hospitals are also really important economic engines. Over 90,000 Kentuckians work at a hospital, and they tend to earn around $10,000 more than the average job. It's no coincidence then that a lot of these hospitals are in eastern Kentucky, where Medicaid spending makes up around 13% of GDP. If people at these hospitals start getting laid off, what's going to happen to those local economies? Congress is considering terminating the coverage of hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians right now. And there's just no way of doing that without harming rural hospitals that already have razor-thin margins. Cutting Medicaid doesn't just hurt the people covered by it. If Congress passes these cuts, we're all going to feel it.